lads and lasses, and welcome to Darts Coaching with Dynamite Dave. Today is one of Dynamite Dave's quick darts reviews. Obviously not that quick because it'll probably be about 15-20 minutes, something like that. But the idea of the Dynamite Dave reviews are not how long's the barrel, how wide's the barrel, how long's the point and that sort of stuff, because you can put your own points in. The barrels vary between weights, so if you get a 21 gram dart, exactly the same make, model, old bang shoot, in a 24 gram or a 25 gram or a 26 gram is going to be different. The barrel's going to be a different width and it's possibly going to be a different length as well. So what I like to do is I like to get a feel for the darts, I'll give you a good close-up look at them and what have you, let you make your own mind up, and what I'll do then at the end is I'll give them a bit of a chuck. So hopefully that can be a little bit entertaining for you as well. See if we can get a couple of hundreds and stuff like that. All good fun. Right, so today's video, what we're going to do today is we'll just take the ones off the top and we're going to have a go at these Unicorn Ballistas. Now, these are a set that we've got that will appear in this month's free prize draw. They're available for sale on eBay, so if you want to buy a set of these on eBay, or if you want to buy a different set of darts on eBay, at the end of the month all the purchases and everything go into an hat and somebody's drawn out and somebody gets a free set of darts, a dart board, can be a dart board stand, it can be all sorts of stuff. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try these ballistas. We're going to have a quick close look at them. So we'll go over to the bench, we'll have a look at these ballistas, and then we'll give them a bit of a chuck, shall we? Right, so let's get over there and do that right now. Right, so here we are over at the bench, and this is the Unicorn Ballistas, and it says warning, extreme grip. Now, the actual grip on the barrel is reproduced in the, I don't know whether you can see them, actually the patterning on the box itself, so that's quite fancy printing, that is. It says symmetric hexagon shaped cross section for extra grip. Ballista flights, gripper shafts, 90% tungsten ballista barrels and volute points. This particular set is in 23 grams, but as I've mentioned in the introductions, if you buy a 26 gram set of these darts, the actual barrel dimensions are going to be slightly different. That's why Dynamite Dave doesn't go into barrel widths and lengths and points, etc., length of points. What we're more interested in the Dynamite Dave reviews is what these darts are like to throw, basically what they like to live with. Would you want to play with these in the pub? Would you want to own them as a set of darts? Right, so let's have a look on the rest of the packaging. The packaging's plastic and cardboard, so basically recyclable. Right, so without further ado and less yakking, let's get this box open and have a look and see what these are like. Let's have a see what they're like in real life. Fantastic. Right, inside the box, let's move on to these. Inside the box, we've got the darts. You know, what do I look at? It's a little bit of a mixed bag for me, this. I'm not really sure about these. Right, you've got the weight match in there. Well, it's definitely a aggressive type of dart. The barrel is quite short. The point is seems quite thick actually, the point. And it feels like it's got some form of engraving or roughness to it. I don't think the roughness is enough to make any particular massive amount of damage to your board, but I suppose we'll see as we chuck them later on. Right, so what we'll do is we'll have a little bit of a close-up of the barrel, so we'll move them out of the way and we'll put this on here and we'll have a little bit of a close-up of the barrel. Right, so first of all, we've got the actual barrel itself. It's cut into like a bit of a strange shape. It doesn't feel right, this, for a dart. It seems a little too extreme, if you know what I mean. Obviously the grip is going to be phenomenal on them. We know that straight away. It's going to be a 5 across the board. You can tell just by touching it. Slight problem that I have with it is I think these are going to be quite sticky on the fingers when you chuck them. Obviously, stand to be corrected. Quite a nice, attractive looking dart. Nice and red with the red stems going from clear into orange and then down into this like reddy burgundy colour. The Ballista branded flights. Everything about them looks quite attractive, but whether they're going to be a good dart to throw or not, I'm not 100% sure. So with them already being built up, I don't need to build them up. What we'll do. Right, so there, as you can see, we've got the certificate, the little certificate there that proves that they're all match weighted from Unicorn. So that's a good close-up look at the barrels. And now what we'll do is we'll move on and we'll go and we'll throw them, shall we? So let's go and do that right now. Right, so here we are, lads and lasses, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a bit of a chuck of these, which are the Ballistas. So, got the Ballistas, a bit of a close-up of them. I've actually got to take these flights and stems out and put my datums on. Right, so what we're doing with the Ballistas, same as we do with all the other darts. Got a set of Dynamite Dave length shafts and flights, and what we're going to do is we're going to fit the Ballistas with those. The reason that I do this is because it gives me a better idea of how these darts would be if I own them. So basically, if I had my flights and stems on them, obviously you might want to put different length shafts, different types of flights on them till you get to a balance of where you like them. You know me, I can chuck virtually anything, so what we're going to do now is have a get on with this. Let's have us first 3 darts with it, shall we? Let's have a getting on tons. Very, very aggressive grip, but they don't stick to your fingers. I expected them to stick, I did, and that's what I said I think at the bench, is I expected them to be a very sticky dart, but they're not. I don't think you could really get much grippier than these. What's that? It is. It's 140. Second visit. So we got the feel for them with the first visit. Second visit, 140. So they actually fly a lot better than I expected them to. I've got to say I'm astonished. I actually came into this section thinking that these darts were going to be, well, nigh on useless. But it's not the case. They don't feel round. Don't get me wrong, they don't feel like a traditional dart. Very heavily grippy, but I tell you what, they don't half fly well. $81. I've got to say I am shocked. I am shocked. $81 again. So that's 4 or 5 visits I've had with them. The first one wasn't the best, and then I had back-to-back 140s. A couple of 81s just out of this world. There's no point in me going quiet and seeing if I can hit a couple of hundreds and what have you. I've already done it, haven't I? Right, so let's get those darts and let's get over into the summary. Right, so there they are. And in summary, an absolutely devastating shock. These are absolutely fantastic to chuck, and they feel really good in your hand, even though, as I said, they don't feel round. They don't feel like a dart should feel, but they just work. It's sort of like, I don't know whether it's because the flats of your fingers fit well with the flats on the actual machining, but I'll tell you what, they feel really good in the hand, and they throw really well. They fly straight, they fly in a nice line, a nice arc to the board. I've got to say, I'm over the moon. These are absolutely fantastic. Would I recommend you buy a set of these? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right, so thanks for watching. Don't forget, lads and lasses, I hope you found this entertaining as well as informative. And if you have, don't forget, super thanks down there if you want to leave me the price of a pint. If you want to go and buy something off eBay, there's links down in the description. Dead easy to find. If you buy a set of darts, you get represented in the freeze prize draw at the end of the month. So if you write me a nice little testimonial on your social media and tag me into it, you'll be represented in the draw. It's just nice to be able to give back a little bit when people give me so much. Right, thanks very much, lads and lasses. Don't forget, you'll only ever get out of this game what you're prepared to put in. And always, 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 totally okay. $1,200. 1,250.